Today, we're moving past the endless hype around artificial intelligence to figure out how we actually get tangible, real-world business results. We hear a ton about what AI could do, but we are going to look at exactly how to use it right now to manage teams, build bulletproof business plans, and generate some really incredible ideas. And the secret to all of this? Well, it actually isn't coding, it's context. To really wrap our heads around AI's impact on business, let's try a quick thought experiment. Picture this: a genie pops up and offers you infinite money, unlimited content ideas, and literally all the secrets of the universe. Sounds pretty amazing, right? But imagine this is a completely literal, maybe even slightly evil genie, who grants your exact wish with absolutely zero assumptions or helpful context. How's that actually going to play out for you? You know, this genie scenario perfectly nails the core problem we face with AI, and let's be honest, with human employees too. If you ask a totally literal genie for unlimited money, without providing any context, it doesn't know it should safely wire those funds into a Swiss bank account and handle your corporate taxes. Nope, it just dumps a billion physical coins right on your head and crushes you. If you ask for all the secrets of the universe, it just jams every single piece of data into your brain at once until you blue screen. The AI is exactly like this literal genie. It takes things exactly as you ask for them. So, the absolutely crucial point here is that writing, or prompting an AI, isn't some mystical, hyper-technical coding skill. It's purely the act of providing exact, crystal-clear context. Think of this as the golden rule. Writing is a type of active thinking. If your writing is unclear, your thinking is unclear. And if your thinking is muddy, well, the genie is going to fill in the gaps with its own random and often disastrous assumptions. Think about it like ordering a dessert. If you tell an AI to just generate a picture of an ice cream without specifying the flavor or the color, it just guesses randomly. It might give you chocolate, it might give you neon purple. It's doing exactly what an inexperienced employee does when they're trying to fill in the blanks of a horribly written project brief. They just do what they think is right, which could be entirely wrong for your specific needs. High-context prompting provides the exact specs up front, which saves you serious time and money by getting you the exact results you actually want on the very first try. Section 1. The Pancake Business Case Study. Let's look at a real-world scenario to see exactly how we can build a comprehensive business plan from scratch using this high-context method. We start by feeding the AI our exact parameters. We don't just say something lazy like, "Help me open a restaurant," because a low-context prompt gets you a generic, completely useless business plan. Instead, we say, "We're opening a pancake shop in Hebel, Bangalore with a strict budget of exactly 50,000 rupees per month. We can spend a bit upfront for equipment. Give me a number-dense business plan for 1 year." See what we did there? We're boxing the genie in with highly specific constraints, so it has to give us a functional, realistic business model. Now, this is where it gets really cool. Notice the clarifying follow-up questions the AI generates. It starts acting like a super smart genie in a suit and tie, forcing you to think much harder about your business before it grants your wish. It asks, "Are you operating from a physical location? Do you have existing equipment? Are you hiring a chef? Are you marketing on Instagram or delivery apps?" It literally forces you to provide the missing context that you hadn't even considered yet, entirely tightening up your overall strategy. This perfectly lines up with that famous concept from legendary CEO Andy Grove. If a line cook serves up a pancake that's gooey and raw on one side, the issue usually isn't that the cook lacks the physical skill to flip a pancake. It's almost always because the boss forgot to explicitly specify, "Cook until golden brown on both sides." The bottleneck in your business is almost always the missing specification, the missing context, not a lack of missing skill. Okay, so the AI takes your answers and spits out this incredibly detailed, number-dense plan, capturing all sorts of edge cases for equipment and daily operations. But we absolutely cannot stop there. We have to run what we'll call the AI bullshit test to ground this technology back in reality. First, you get the edge cases from the AI. But then, and this is crucial, you have to verify that data by calling a real human expert to check the numbers. AI is amazing for structure, but it can absolutely hallucinate specific local facts. And here is where the real business value unlocks. You take that dense AI plan, you physically walk into a real restaurant, and you actually ask a real chef what their salary is. If the AI hallucinated 15,000 rupees for a head cook, but the real-world expert tells you it's actually 30,000, you replace the AI's guess with the ground truth. You update the spreadsheet with the real data, and suddenly, boom, you have a perfectly accurate, edge case-proofed break-even analysis generated in a fraction of the time it normally takes. Section 2. Designing Flawless Business Incentives. Getting the plan is one thing, but incentivizing your human team to properly execute it is a whole other ballgame. Let's see how our AI genie can design flawless internal business management. It's honestly amazing how seamlessly AI can balance out complex business incentives. If you ask an AI to design a bonus structure, it can instantly cross-reference just about every management book ever written. Look at this double incentive structure. If the team hits a monthly sales target greater than $70,000, they get 5% of sales added to a bonus pool. Great. But if their food waste exceeds 30%, that entire sales bonus is instantly forfeited. It completely prevents employees from cheating the system, keeping the business's actual profitability in sharp focus. But tracking performance requires clear context, too. Otherwise, we fall into the trap of the unreliable narrator. Imagine looking out and seeing an employee working late into the night. The visual output suggests they are horribly overworked, right? But context might reveal something entirely different. A new employee is often just a fraction as fast as a veteran. They aren't necessarily overworked by an unfair quota. They might just lack the ingrained context and experience that a seasoned veteran has already meshed into their brain. AI helps us document those expectations clearly so we don't misread these deeply human situations. Here's the thing, though. While we use AI to track output and design those perfect KPIs, human leaders are still absolutely required to gauge an employee's actual attitude and intent. Someone might hit their metric of editing 5 videos a week while simultaneously hating the company and completely dragging down team morale. Intent and care for the business just do not show up on a spreadsheet. An AI cannot manage the human heart. Section 3, the ultimate idea generator. Let's pivot and look at how we can use AI for brilliant, hyper-specific creative problem solving. When you're trying to share a vision with your team, you can't ever expect them to just magically know what's in your head. Instead of a vague creative brief, prompt the AI to find highly specific mood board references. For example, if you're shooting a scene of a character having a panic attack, you can ask the AI for references specifically constrained to Korean cinema. It'll output exact camera angles, types of camera shakes, and the hidden edits used in those specific films. You share that with your team, and suddenly, everybody shares the exact same mental picture. That is how AI totally transforms creative workflows. And this is where AI absolutely leaves us in the dust. A really smart human will generally run out of original ideas after 3 or 4 good ones. And then we just naturally default to generic answers. But an AI fed with high-context prompts, it can generate infinite, hyper-specific executions. It doesn't get tired, it literally never gets writer's block. It just needs you at the steering wheel to steer it away from the generic by giving it precise, highly unique context. So what does this all mean? Ultimately, you cannot have a world where it's just AI or just human. We are going to live in a very meshed world. The AI is going to handle the deep research, the structural edge cases, and that infinite idea generation. But human leaders must be the ones to apply the context, design the nuanced prompts, run the reality checks, and provide the empathy and intent that a machine is just never going to possess. The people who win big will be the ones who seamlessly blend human soft skills with AI utility. So knowing that you've got an incredibly powerful, totally literal genie sitting right there on your desktop, ready to execute exactly what you write, the pressure is actually on you. Your clarity as a leader can literally make or break careers or even entire businesses. The real question you have to ask yourself today is, are you actually providing enough context to get the results you want? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.